My name is Mio. It's been 2 years since I married Shinzuki. I was blessed with a child and got along well with my in-laws, so my life was wonderful and I had no complaints at all. By the way, Shinzuki worked at his father's company where his father worked as a CEO. But one day, something happened, and just like that, things started spiraling out of control.
Wow, your belly is pretty big now, huh? I'm sure the baby is kicking you left and right now.
Yeah, I get woken up with how hard it kicks.
I'm glad to hear the baby is doing well.
Shinzuki used to kick hard too. It actually started to hurt my stomach too.
I guess the baby's going to be more like Shinzuki then, huh?
Hopefully the baby isn't shy or anything like Shunsuke. Definitely wouldn't want the baby to be a hard-headed man like our senior acting manager.
You don't get along well with him or something?
He's next in line to be the CEO, which means that he's after the CEO spot right now.
That guy looks scary too. I hate him.
Huh.
I wonder what kind of child the baby is going to be. We gotta buy it a bag for school too.
There are all kinds of colors and designs for bags now too. He or she might ask for multiple.
I think you can have 2 bags for sure. It's going to go to a very nice school, so you're going to need a lot of bags to carry everything.
I hope that the child grows into someone who is smart enough to go to a school like that. Honestly, I'm okay as long as the child is healthy and happy.
You realize that the parents are responsible for raising the child to be that way?
Right? You're right?
You make sure the baby reads foreign books and old-time stories. You have to keep teasing the baby to become smarter.
True. I think that would help it be smarter.
Do you have all of the stuff you need already?
No, we haven't been able to get a lot of stuff yet.
Then we can get it for you. First, we need to train to get the child into a very prestigious kindergarten.
I'm fine with a regular kindergarten. The big-time ones cost a lot of money, too.
Wait, hang on. What are you thinking of when it comes to raising the child?
I mean, just kind of letting the child do what it wants to do.
Look here. A smart child is going to be born with our blood. You have to do your best to make sure the baby grows up smart and strong.
I think I'll consider that if the baby is born and it wants to study on its own.
That's not acceptable thinking. You have to plan everything from kindergarten all the way up to the most amazing college.
I don't really think that that is all that important.
What are you talking about? You have to make sure it gets into a great school.
What?
Are you saying you're not really understanding what we're saying right now?
No way. About our kid.
Yeah?
I went over to your parents' house today.
Oh, okay.
Your parents seem to want to put our kid into some kind of famous school or something. What do you think? Do you agree?
I mean, as long as the child is healthy and happy, that's...
Right? And that's what I'm saying. I knew it. Things got so awkward when we were talking about our kid's future.
Oh, probably because, my parents are from super big national universities. I am too. You too, right?
I mean, yeah. I got in based on referral, so I don't know if mine counts, though.
Maybe my parents are the type to care a lot about educational background or something. I've never actually seen or noticed any of that with them, though.
Did they raise you like that, too?
I mean, they didn't really push any of their educational passion onto me anyway. I went to cram school, but I got decent grades and never really got chewed out or anything, so...
I see. So then since you were such a great kid, they're probably really counting on our kid, too.
But studying in school isn't the be-all, end-all. I'll talk to them a little bit and see what's going on.
Thanks.
Mom, did Mio go over to your house this afternoon?
Yeah. What about it?
Did you talk about our kid?
Yeah. Oh my god. I was shocked, but that girl hasn't been thinking at all about what to do with your child and how to raise it.
I mean, the baby's still in her stomach, so it's kind of getting ahead of ourselves, don't you think?
You're saying that too? Come on. We had already decided your educational direction when you were in my belly.
It's pretty weird to assume the child will like to study too, so I think that it's not good to add that kind of pressure on the kid.
It's your kid, so it'll be fine.
You don't know that, though.
If the baby isn't a great kid like you, then it's your wife's fault.
Don't say things like that. Studies aren't everything.
Then what is everything? If you can't study, then you can't make money. That's how the world works now.
You know that there are plenty of successful people in the world who have never been in school, right?
You're too naive. You know the truth too, Shinzuki. The world is not that easy.
You should really rethink your attitude. It's just going to be annoying to live life.
I understand that you want to protect your wife, but we're not going to change the way we think. You are living and breathing proof that our ways definitely work.
I don't like to toot my own horn, but I think I was weird. I was just a kid that liked to study. Just because we're related doesn't mean that we're going to be thinking the exact same things. Environment and other factors can change things too, so please, leave your logic out of the kid.
I'm so sleepy. I get so sleepy after eating lunch.
What are you doing slacking off like that?
Huh? What's going on?
Get to work on the chores.
I already finished doing the dishes and the laundry already, though.
What about cleaning?
I was going to do that tomorrow.
You went to Q University, right?
Yes, I did.
You're in the lowest university among all of us. That's probably why you're so bad.
And what exactly am I bad at?
Shizuki said something about how I was being too tough or something. I'm sure you must have made that excellent, perfectly educated boy turn into that thing.
I really don't think that any of that is true.
Can you please think about this? You make sure your kids go to college. I want you to swear to me that you will make sure your kid does that.
But, I mean, this isn't just my kid. I have to talk about it with Shinzuki and we'll come to our conclusion.
What the hell is that? You're so naive. That's why you're sitting here skipping out on your chores, too.
I think it's got more to do with my stamina and my current condition.
Come on, let's get cleaning. I'm going to make you do your chores to fix your weak, naive outlook on life.
My mother-in-law started coming by every single day, and it was all just a check to make sure that I'm doing my chores. That was including while I was off at work as well. I had worked at a sushi place even after I got married.
Mio-chan, I brought you a textbook, set to train your child, so I'm going to send it to your house, okay?
Thank you.
I came by the house while you were at work, but I saw that the puzzle set that improves IQ was still in the box.
I didn't have time to open it yet.
You have to read the instructions and teach your child, okay?
Okay.
Excuse me? Check, please.
Thank you. Thank you for always coming by our store, too. This guy is always scary looking and hard to talk to, and he's never friendly either. Thank you so much.
Sure.
What's going on, dear?
Well, my mother-in-law is being a little mean. We got along really well a little while back, but it turns out she was kind of a goblin when it came to raising my kid.
Yikes.
She's getting a bunch of educational crap for my kid that isn't even born yet. And she's telling me to make sure I can check it too. And she's asking me to do the chores perfectly while I'm this pregnant too.
That's sad. It would be nice if she helped, huh?
Seriously, she's just monitoring and observing the whole time.
Come on, have some sushi. I've taken out all the raw stuff, so don't worry about it. I've got some egg rolls and cucumber with some cherry blossom flavoring.
Thank you so much.
So, what about your husband? Does he listen to you?
Well, him and I agree on how to raise our kids, so he's going over to his parents' house today to talk to his parents for me.
Sounds like you found yourself a good man.
If he was on their side, I would have been in hell right now. I'm lucky that you're here on my side, and my husband is too.
I mean, I'll do what I can to help and listen.
Thank you so much.
Mom, you realize that Mio is pregnant right now, right? What the hell are you thinking?
About what? She's totally fine. She should still be able to move around. She's just sitting around doing nothing and being lazy, so I just scolded her a little is all.
Mio has her own schedule and plan, so just leave her alone. Are you that bothered by the fact that she doesn't agree with your idea of how to raise the kid?
Your father is also disappointed. Not only in her, but in you as well.
I see. Okay, I think I understand. Then you don't need to ever come again.
Huh?
Neither my wife nor myself are going to be able to reach your insane expectations. So please, don't ever talk to us again.
What are you talking about?
She's my very important wife. And that child in her belly is too. If you want to hurt either of them, then we'll cut ties with you. Goodbye.
What are you talking about? You already forgot who raised your ass? I'm not going to let that go, Shinzuki. Shinzuki!
Shizuki cut ties with his parents. He changed the locks to his house and installed a home security system to make sure that neither of them would be able to get into the house. Thanks to all of that, the house was peaceful for a little while, but Shizuki, the flowers were all dug up again.
Again, it's the second time this week.
Yeah, and there were a bunch of posters plastered all over the car too. I can't even say what was written on them.
I don't believe it. Were the posters all handwritten?
Yeah.
Were you going to get that ID then? We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Thank you. We submitted the posters to be ID'd, but even while we were waiting for the results, stuff like this continued to happen. To make things worse, Shinzuki was treated unfairly at work.
Huh? A business trip again? And this time overseas?
Yeah, apparently they need more people over there.
My wife is pregnant right now. Can you please let someone else go handle it? I would love to do that, but, wait. Does it have to do with the CEO or something? Yes, the CEO wants you to go and he chose you out himself, so he's ordering us. But your father is the CEO, right? Did something happen?
When are you going to be able to come back home now?
I think it's going to be 2 weeks later. I'm going to be in the Thai branch, and worst case scenario, I might even have to stay there for longer.
That's so horrible. That's how they're going to pressure us like this?
They apparently are going to do whatever it takes to try to get our kid to go some amazing schools or something. I'm terrified to think of what they would do if our kid isn't interested in studying or something.
I really don't want to think about it either.
I'm not going to let them do that. I'm thinking about transferring out too. It's just a little longer. Second I'm over this Thai trip, I'll take some PTO.
Thank you. Be careful going overseas.
Of course.
Shinzuki went over to Thai for business. After Shinzuki left, the vandalism toward the house escalated. We also got results from the handwriting ID, and no one was surprised when they determined that it was my in-laws that were writing them.
The sushi is so damn good.
It's way too good for that woman to be working here.
I'm sure she's probably eating a lot of free food because she works here.
The store is expensive too, you know. I can't believe she's enjoying all this on her own just because she works here.
That's really good. It's so annoying pulling out flowers every day and posting papers everywhere.
Shinzuki is working hard right now in Thailand, right? What a wonderful son we have. We should let him work in Thai until the baby is born.
As much as I'd like to, I think that 3 weeks is the max time that I can keep him over there. So I have to send him off to some country next.
You really can't beat the CEO's authority, huh?
If only they'd just apologize and beg for our forgiveness.
Let's pay for the bill soon. Excuse me? Check, please.
Thank you. That's going to be $350.
Ah, add it to Mio-chan's tab. Thanks.
Your parents showed up again. This is the third time now.
I'm so sorry. I'll pay for the bill, I swear.
It's totally fine. Where is your husband at?
Well, he's actually been sent off on a business trip because of my father-in-law.
No way! You've been alone this whole time?
Yes.
You could have said something sooner. If I'd known, I would have gone to your house more often.
Sorry, I just didn't want to say anything this gross to you.
I really can't believe it. That's so mean.
I mean, there's nothing I can do about it anymore.
How about calling the cops? Or maybe getting some security cameras installed or something?
I was talking to Shinzuki, and once we figured out who was doing what, I was going to go to the police and file a report. But I'm too scared to leave the house without Shinzuki around.
What do I do? Can you please tell me more about what's going on?
That's when I decided to just tell the manager about everything that was happened and is happening too. She was completely shocked by what I told her and was furious for me. But that doesn't change the situation that I am in. They continue to go by my sushi store after they vandalized my house. Then they just add to my tab and leave. The manager kept trying to turn them away, but it didn't work.
Please take that from my daughter's paycheck.
I can't do that. Your daughter has already resigned.
Huh?
So right now, I need you to pay for all of the bills on the tab. The total is going to be $3,000.
He wasn't employed for 30 days. You should be able to drop money for those 3 weeks.
You really don't even know that.
You're?
Hello? Mr. CEO? I didn't realize you ate here.
Yes, I do.
This store is absolutely incredible, isn't it?
Huh? What? You two know each other?
This gentleman is the CEO of the company that I work as a senior acting manager at.
I see.
We're actually leaving right now? Anyway? Excuse us.
What about your check, though?
Well, they're always forcing their daughter-in-law to pay for the bill. Every single time, too.
Their daughter-in-law? Her husband and Shunsuke saw it, right? I thought they works at the same company, too.
Well, they're really pushing this education crap onto the unborn child. But neither of the parents are agreeing to that. The CEO didn't like that, so he sent Shinzuki-san overseas out of spite.
Really?
Yes, they've been doing horrible things at Shinzuki-san's house every day, too. And they just eat the expensive sushi and leave. It's just dine and dashing, basically.
Could you please tell me more?
Huh?
I might be able to help them out. Please introduce me to the wife.
Okay then.
The senior acting manager showed up at my house. I always heard that he was a pretty unfriendly man, but it turns out he was incredibly kind. I never thought that running into this person would change everything.
I don't want to go to work today.
You've got it. I'm going to go post the posters today, too.
I have to submit the request to extend his business trip to Thailand soon, too.
I'm sure he's got to come begging for forgiveness soon, right?
Absolutely. Let's go to the sushi place tonight, too. Flavor is really to die for. Alrighty. What is up for work today? I'm gonna finish things up and go home.
There is something I wanted to bring up with all of you today.
What is it? Does it really have to be today?
Of course. Come on in, Shunsuke-kun.
Huh?
If I could have everyone's attention, this man is the CEO's son, Shunsuke-kun. He just returned from a business trip to Thailand yesterday.
What about it?
His trip to Thailand was decided and executed by the CEO, and the CEO alone. It wasn't necessary, but he ordered it anyway. Do you all know why? Does anyone have any inkling why he would do that?
What are you talking about? This has nothing to do with work at all.
Please take a look over here. This is the CEO's wife. As you can see, she's in the middle of destroying and vandalizing Shunsuke-kun's house. The reason is because Shunsuke-kun's wife is pregnant with a baby, and these two horrible people don't agree with the way that the young couple want to raise their child. That's it. That's all it took to send the dad to Thailand and to destroy their home.
This is all fake.
It's not fake at all. I've already ID'd these posters as well.
After finding out all of this, I want you all to ask yourselves, do you really want this kind of man to be leading the company? Shouldn't we start considering who to take over the company next as CEO?
Just because you want to be the CEO does not mean they should be coming out with these lies and hoaxes.
Hoax? You eat a lot at a sushi restaurant that you never actually pay for. You know that the sushi store sent you a bill, right?
What? That was because my daughter-in-law was going to pick up the tab.
Yeah. The store said they wouldn't do that, and yet you still left the store. That is absolutely theft.
Then who cares? I can just pay. It's all taken care of. This talk is over.
I'm questioning your character. Our own CEO's character. What do you think about this? Do you really want to let this man roam free?
These are all lies.
I want to call for an executive vote. If this man continues on as CEO, then I will resign from my position.
You better not forget that you said that. Excuse me? Hello? Oh, it's you. What? My wife?
I called the cops. I hope you're ready for what's coming. I've already hired a lawyer for the theft at the sushi place, too.
What?
It seems like the CEO's wife was just arrested by police to take it away. Let's hold our vote. Those in favor of immediate termination and removal of the CEO, raise your hands.
But,
This is so sad. No one was loyal to you at all.
but,
That's how my father-in-law was forced to step down from his position as CEO. I sued him and his wife for everything. I won, of course, and the winnings were definitely more than any retirement funds they would be getting. My mother-in-law lost it during the court and threw a tantrum where she tripped, smacked her head on the ground, and landed herself in the hospital. My father was so full of despair that he is locked in his room now. Both sides have hired lawyers and only ever talked through them, so Shinzuki hasn't said a single word to either of them, and completely cut their ties. As for me, I was able to give birth to a healthy child.
Oh, how cute!
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're a regular too, right, Mr. Senior Manager? You should be more friendly.
Sorry, I'm not very social.
I'm looking forward to where you lead this company, sir.
Of course.
It was decided that the senior acting manager would become the next CEO of the company. You really cannot judge a book by its cover. The senior acting manager actually has a lovely daughter of his own, so I look forward to hanging out with all of them as a family.